Matt, um, freshman in biological anthropology, and this is my presentation over the chimpanzee. So, first, starting with the like their taxonomic classification, they are they are ordered as primates, right? They're in the family of Hominidae, which is the great apes like the orangutans and the chimpanzees. And this family also, has humans in it. Has gorillas and, like I said, orangutans. And if you look at the picture down below, around here, they're in the Animalia kingdom. They're in the Chordata phylum, and they're in the Mammalia class. I know, and then yeah, you can read the rest. Um, but overall, the chimpanzee is kind of just known as the great ape, and that's their class. So next, how does the chimpanzee look, right? So they're about 3 to 5 feet tall, give or take a few half feet, depending on the monkey. And they usually weigh between 70 and 130 pounds. And then on their body, they usually have a thick coat of brown or black fur that covers everything except for their face. And on their face, they usually have a white beard about right here. And then like their hands, their feet, and then like around their forehead, eyes, just anything but their beard is just skin. Um, they have opposable thumbs, which allows them to grab things. And throughout the country, and I mean not the country, the world, I should say, there's about 170,000 to 300,000 as of uh, this year in 2025. They are considered an endangered species, and this is likely because of habitat loss due to like deforestation, hunting, and then diseases that spread through packs and tribes. So, talking about their habitat, they're primarily in the continent of Africa, the western and kind of the central west period of Africa. I guess just to say northwest and west would be a better way to describe that. They're primarily in tropical rainforests, um, or they could also be in like savannas, swamp forests, and even like woodlands and grasslands that are primarily in that western area of Africa. Um, they do have the widest just distribution of any of the great apes. As you can see, they're basically throughout multiple countries of Africa, as you can see right here, and as it says, Western to Central Africa. So what do they eat on a daily basis? They primarily eat fruits, berries, leaves, blossoms, and seeds. So that kind of shows that they're kind of vegetarian, but not fully. As you can see, they eat 2% of their diet is meat. But they also eat chicks, insects, carrion, and birds' eggs. On their trophic level, they are third right above insects, but below the jaguar. So obviously the jaguar they hunt chimpanzees, and then chimpanzees hunt insects and bugs. And then their daily life, kind of. They mate year round, and for mating, males typically compete for the female's affection, right? So even though that the society is a male-led society, females still kind of decide who they want to be with. Talking about the male-led society, groups are usually split into small groups that travel to hunt and fight, which is what fusion fission societies are. But their communities are usually about 10 to 180. And of these communities, they usually have one big dominant male that leads the pack no matter what. And then my academic article went over the habitat of army ants, which is a big diet of certain chimpanzees. And they reconstructed pieces of feces and determined like if this uh, army ant nest was attacked and this one wasn't, why was that? What were the characteristics of that? And as it says, they can't do the same nest consistently because then the ants will move it and then they'll lose that food source. And then they typically hunt in forests rather than out in the open. And these are my works cited. And thank you for listening.